Record on this computer.
Perfect.
Nice. So, well, hi everybody. Hey, we're gonna begin the Zoom session here. Have Margaret on up in Fort Ticonderoga. But what I want to do is give you all a brief introduction to the next site area, which is what we call the southeast corner. And I will go ahead and share screens here. And let's see, share screen one. And I'm going to bring up the map for the North Kitchen. So here's the area of the main house here. And what you all have been working on, you all just finished up the northwest yard. So you can see all this area is now happy and green. All the units are filled in with the unit stratum. So we've got a lot done. And for those of you all doing the funny, this one is called 418 Beast. That's a pretty good accurate representation of these units from the 2003 period. They were cut in half. So that's MT 418 layer B, but east, but it turned into Beast. But now that y'all are done with the northwest yard, what we're going to be doing is moving down to what was called the southeast corner. And originally, this is the outline of the Madison home, but the DuPont home used to come out to here and come up along in this direction right here. And when you see this little dotted line here, this is an outline of all of the units that you all are going to be working on. And this links into the southeast, the unit summaries. I sent you all this document through the Slack channel. And there's no report for the southeast corner, but there is these unit summaries that go unit by unit. So, but what I wanted to do is show you some pictures from these excavations. These are all units that were excavated between 2003 and 2004. And to get to this to these units, if you go into the Slack channel, you've got the this from yesterday where I've got the Google Drive link, and you've got all the units here, and these are all labeled complete, labeled problems, so ready to start having these labeled. But there's a folder called overall site shots, and in this one you've got an overview of the area. So this I think this shot is one of the better ones, except it's turned sideways. Sorry, let me find one that I've rotated. There we go. Yeah, this is a shot looking to the west. So if you look if I turn the map this way, this is looking basically in a bucket truck in this direction. And so where was I? Yeah, this one right here, you're looking at this block of units right here is this block of units right in this area. And where Stephanie, one of the archaeologists, is kneeling is in the second unit in. It's by this holly tree that was a holly tree that had been cut down about 3 years before and just smelled horrible during the excavations during the winter time. That is all right in this area right in here. So what we found in this area of the excavations was the remains of a kitchen dating to the 18th century that ran up along here, and it actually ran up under the DuPont addition. And this kitchen was taken down in 1808 when the wing was added onto the house. So this is a kitchen that shows up on an insurance map shows up on an 1801 insurance map. And the only part of the foundation we had was its southern end right here. And a lot of the other units are in the yard area here. You've got this stone and brick pathway. These are these pathways leading into the south yard that let me see if I can bring up a map of the should have brought up this map before. Let's see. let's see, map entry. This one, this map right here has all the features in it and the architectural material. So this one right here, where you notice like this map, I don't have all these, the ArcMat in the map that you all digitize, because it would just be kind of overwhelming. But this is this kitchen foundation right here. And then this brick and stone pathway is right here. And these are these brick and stone pathways that went across the south yard and were created when the south yard was taken down in the 1840s. Like when all these buildings were taken down, all the brick from the chimneys were used to make these pathways. And in some cases, they cut across the foundation. So that's how I knew they post-dated the buildings here, and they were from the destruction. And in a lot of areas, you can actually see where when they cut these paths in, they shoveled the dirt out of the way, and there's a concentrations of artifacts on this side of the path, and then nothing under the path. So you can tell that all this is, in the 1840s after the South Yard is abandoned. But for up in the southeast corner here, you can see here's the kitchen right here. Its foundation lines up with the south kitchen that was used in the 18 teens. This is the original planter's cottage, and then it was turned into a kitchen in the 18 teens. But the kitchen that was up here gets taken down in 1808 when the wings are added to the main house. So there's a lot of interesting features that are in this area, lots of artifacts that we located. And we don't, and actually, Margaret, you're able to see the screen, aren't you? You are? Okay. All right. Good deal. Because for some reason, the little green light showing that screen sharing wasn't showing. I was worried I was talking about all this to a blank screen. But what we've got in this area is the last time we excavated in these units was in 2004. And so the shots you see in these overall shots are from back in 2004 when we finished the excavations. So this is a shot looking further down, towards the front yard. You all digitized these units when we did the south portico, and this was the well that was back over here. And let me see, I've got a shot. Yeah, this one shows the whole thing. This shows the kitchen foundation, the stone and brick pathway, and then here's the well down here. So what you all are going to be digitizing is all the units that are in this area right in here. And so when you look at the folder for these units, that's all these guys right here. And these correspond on the map to, turn this one back the way it is in GIS, to all these maps in this area right in here. So one thing to note about these units is I'll probably find one that doesn't have this problem, because it's always how it goes. Let's see. This is or 444 or MT 444 stratum B, that's stratum C. Yeah, in some cases, there are some units that have multiple photos. And again, what you want to do when you have those is just pick the best photo and delete the ones that aren't needed. So for example, right here, you've got looks to be 2 exposures of MT 429, feature 35, feature 34. Yeah, these are the same exposures. This one's a little bit different angle, so you'd want to leave it, but one of these could be deleted. And so just delete them. And again, if you spaz out with your finger and you actually accidentally delete too many, just let me know and I can upload these again from the hard drive. And then there's obviously some photos that have a lot of problems. So this one needs to be, I'm just gonna delete this one right now. And let's see. Oh, the controls keep getting in the way. Where's delete? There it is, remove. So we'll get rid of that one. So, but yeah, it's pretty basic. These this time period we're using the stratum cards. So you'll just relabel these cards, and then when we get into the digitizing, we can it should be pretty straightforward for you all. You all are used to digitizing these cards. So I will go ahead and stop sharing screens now and stop share here. And yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know in Slack, and you all can go ahead and get started on the work here. And again, there are unit summaries for all these, which are kind of useful to look at because it goes stratum by stratum in each of the units and talks about what was found. So maybe before you start labeling, look at the unit stratum sheet. Also remember to use the Google sheet to check off, the purveyance and what you've done. And should be good to go. But one thing, actually, I'm going to go back to sharing screens. I lied. One thing, just so you know, for what we'll be doing in the future is we are going to be working. The next area we're going to work on is you've got the southeast corner right here, which is all the units we're working on right now. The next big project we're going to work on is all of this area in here, which is the southwest yard, which a lot of you all excavated in. We excavated here from like 2014 into 2018 and 2019. So there's going to be a lot of units to digitize in this area. So a lot of history here. We're uploading all of these to the Google Drive right now. And one of the volunteers is checking these to make sure all the paperwork is present. But in the meantime, we'll get started on the southeast corner. So, but thanks for helping out with the project, and let me know if you have any questions. And I'm gonna, let's see, stop recording.